Well, next up on our list, let's take a look at Newcastle. This one is called Newcastle's Eddie Howe 433 Magpie version 2. The description in there says, this is the latest version on Newcastle's Eddie Howe's tactical style version 2 version, and Howe is spelled H-A-O. But quick and direct counterattack with oppressive style, not pursuing sluggish ball control, strong and efficient, an undeniable force in the northeast of England, more suitable for mid to upper level clubs. Well, we're going to take a look at how that actually rings true with our teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. Now, there is one more thing I want to show. Basically saying, someone asked any opposition instructions. They said, default, no settings. I will try to continue updating to see if I can find a better strategy combination than now. So let's dive into the Premier League and see how our teams fared. Well, taking a look at the Premier League table, another good one for Liverpool. 86 points, 92 goals. Not an attacking powerhouse that we've seen before, but still, that is pretty flippin' nice. Aston Villa, though, 7th place, 71 points, is a little below average. Not too far, but 86 goals is not too bad. Domestic cups for Liverpool, they get to the Carabao Cup final. They win 3-1 over, well, Aston Villa. In the FA Cup, they beat Aston Villa yet again in the FA Cup semis, getting to the final, but losing out to Manchester United 1-2. But they do make it 3 trophies this season, winning the Europa League final 2-1 in extra time against Benfica. So overall, like I said, 3 trophies and a runner-up is pretty nice. Squad-wise, they don't have the green as usual. I mean, it's about half full there, but 32 goals for Nunez, 23 for Diaz. Assist-wise, 19 for McAllister, 16 for Jota. Not bad at all, but some of the usuals aren't in there. But average rating, 7.37 for Nunez. Wow. Well, switching things over to Aston Villa, we've already seen this. Carabao Cup final, they lose out 3-1 to Liverpool, and they lose out again to Liverpool 1-0 in the FA Cup semis. But they do pick up a trophy this season in the Europa Conference League final, 3-1 over Fiorentina. Very well done there. So overall, 7th place in the Premier League's not great. Semi-finals of the FA Cup, runners-up of the Carabao Cup, and winners of the Europa Conference League, not bad. Squad-wise, I definitely don't expect their greens to be all that great with this one, but 42 goals for Ollie Watkins is phenomenal, all the way down to 19 for Leon Bailey, 18 assists for Digne, 16 for Moussa Diaby, and then Ollie Watkins get a 7-18. Data hub for Liverpool looking pretty fantastic. Actually, a little bit down in goals from what they're used to, but defensively is through the roof. Goals per game, only 2.42. Like I said, it didn't have the attacking prowess like some of our 4.24s have. But conceded per game, 0.79 and 0.77 XG against. Aston Villa's data hub definitely looking down in some of those attacking numbers. Defensively, too. But goals per game, only 1.97 per game. 1.45 conceded, 1.24 XG against. Premier League stats, 2.26 points per game for Liverpool. Aston Villa with only 1.76. Most goals, Liverpool in first with 92, not too far off Tottenham, but Aston Villa do get the list in 5th with 75. Fewest shots against in 2nd for Liverpool, 265, with Aston Villa getting 363. Most possession, Liverpool with 52%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool getting 692, Aston Villa getting 659. And finally, most shots for Liverpool in first with only 598, Aston Villa with 512. But now diving straight into the championship, you can see Ipswich Town in first place by 1 point over Leeds, but well above Southampton in third. So there's that. But 106 points, 119 goals for, not bad. Well, out almost immediately against Coventry, 1-1 in penalties in the Carabao Cup second round. They do get to the FA Cup quarters over Man City 2-0. Wow, but they lose out to Tottenham 4-0. So overall, championship is definitely fantastic. FA Cup is pretty nice. Beating Manchester City, that's huge. But Carabao Cup, not so much. Squad-wise, goals, 14 for Connor Chaplin, 9 for Hurst. Interesting. They are spread around, but very few. They're very large number of single digits. 22 assists for Leif Davis, of course, 13 for Luongo. And then average rating Leif Davis with a 7.38. Championship stats, 2.3 points per game for Ipswich in first. Most goals, of course, in first with 119. Very well done. Fewest shots against in second with 375. Most dribbles made in third with 842. And most shots for in second with 678. So let us take a little bit deeper of a dive into the tactic itself. We start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, wingbacks on the left and the right in support, ball-playing defenders in cover. You got a DM in support with a box-to-box midfielder in support with a Mazzala in attack, inverted wingers in attack on both the left and the right, and an advanced forward in attack up front. Positive mentality, in possession, attacking width is fairly wide, approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, passing directness is slightly shorter, tempo is higher, mix crosses, work the ball in the box, and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the fullbacks and throw it long. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. But how did it do for our three teams overall? I mean, clearly Ipswich Town doing a fantastic job getting to first, I mean, by 1 point, but still well above Southampton in third. So they did fairly well. I think this tactic itself, though, it's a mix of defense and attack. A lot of the FM tactics that really work are just based on attack. I mean, flat out attacks. The 4-2-4s really seem to work given certain instructions. And they work pretty much for most of the time. But this time, when you're trying to get a little bit deeper into, certain other formations and things like that, and you kind of want your defensive pieces to work, yeah, you got defense there. The attack side, if you just don't have it, Aston Villa doesn't have the strongest of attacking squads. They've got a couple players, but I mean, a Liverpool, a Man City, they've got full-blown attacks that they can just overpower you with, along with the defensive pieces to it. But 71 points, actually no, I was wrong, 67 points, 75 goals. They just couldn't pick it up this time around. And as I always say, if you take control of these tactics and do your own changes, transfers, training, match shouts, things like that, I think you could do a lot better of a job than this here. This is a single solitary season sim that I've done. I have taken control of nothing. So use that for what it's worth, but overall, not a bad tactic to take a look at if you like both the defensive pieces and that attacking side as well. You might have a hard time trying to get the above 100 goals for, a team like Aston Villa or Brighton or Newcastle. But that is it for me, 7FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.